Okay, guys, so I'm in the bus traveling with my friend. He's called Isaac, and we have started a conversation about Africa and Africa coming together as one. Whether it's possible, and if it is, what we need to do to make that dream come true. So that is what we are going to discuss right now. My name, as usual, is Dadajoe. So the question is, should Africa unite?
Well, I think the answer is yes and no. Yes, on the fact that Africa has a lot of resources.
Okay.
So if we can pool all those resources together, I think we can use it to accelerate the development in Africa. But on the other side, there's a lot of greed among we Africans. We want to hold on to what we have. And so a country like Ghana will not easily bring out its resources to develop somewhere like Sudan. So bringing Africa together, that's what will actually draw us back. Those rich countries among the African countries like Nigeria, bringing their oil money to develop a country like Mali, Sierra Leone, and all those poor within poor countries. It's quite difficult. So then the second point that will hinder the unity is about leadership. You know, even in a small country like Sudan, look,
South Sudan
and Sudan. It used to be Sudan. Now it's divided just because of leadership. You see, so it will be very difficult for somebody to emerge as a president of Africa because everybody wants to be a leader in Africa.
Okay.
And that is the downside that can.
So my question is, as you rightly put it, we have leadership issues in Africa, and there is this sort of greed where everybody, because of selfishness, everyone wants to be the one leading because of what they can gain for their own personal progress and not the entirety of the people. But the question is, for such things, I believe we can put in measures to check them, can't we? Because there are other continents that have been able to do it. Even if the unity is not going to be governmental, at least it can be an economic unity. I believe the first step has been taken with the establishment of AFTA in Ghana here, where trade is going to be seamless within the African countries. But I think that we must transcend just trade, because we need to present. You see, in my own estimation, I think Africa is chasing a world that has left it behind, like far behind. Okay, and for us to catch up, we can't go individually. We can't go individually. So if we are going to have to compromise in some way if we want that unity. So can't we find a compromise? Can't we find a compromise? Don't you think that at least we can find something that will unite us and let us to that path? I mean, take into consideration what you said, alright?
Yeah, I mean there are a lot of things to unite us, like you rightly put it. First of all, we are way behind the world, and so that's another factor that should bring us together. That the need to progress, the need to chase that development, the need to bring good to all Africans should be that driving force to bring about the unity. Like I said, the unity will be great for us all, and it will accelerate the development in Africa. But well, we talk about the greediness and all that.
In fact, there is always going to be a but, and
yes.
I even have a very big but, because to me, I think that even in nations, even in Ghana here, okay, one thing that really separates people is language. Okay, it divides a lot of people, and in Africa we have several dialects, like a lot of languages in Africa. Okay, so which one are we going to adopt? Because to have a unified front, we need to speak a common language. I believe that strongly, that we need a common language to and in agreement. So Africa unite, all right. We are going to compromise and unite. But what language are we going to speak?
Africa will be a bilingual continent if we want unity, because you see in Africa majority of the countries have taken either French or English as their national language. So that when it comes to language,
but Africans,
those two could be the official language. And if we are planning of unity, it will not just be a day, it will be a process. It will not be an event. So you have to start teaching French and English in all the other. If you go to a francophone country, you start teaching them English. If you come to an anglophone, you start teaching French. And with time, you see that those two languages will be speaking in both.
So the question that rises again is, with Africa's unity, are we only talking about economic, political? Isn't there the cultural aspect where we want to uphold our cultural values as Africans, which language is part of? So if we are going to adopt French and English, which is foreign to Africa, isn't that going to defeat the purpose of us unite, the unity? Because you're not just united because for political and economic reasons, but for political reasons, so that, because to change the mentality of Africans, okay, that we are not what we have been portrayed to be by the world. We need to bring back, or we need to uphold and have what trust in our own culture, that it is good and it is not bad as has been portrayed to the world. And so, are we going to neglect the cultural aspect and just focus on because of course English is going to be very, very easier. English and French is going to be very easier for everyone to learn, because already in most of these African countries, these are the major languages. Because I think it is just a few that speaks Portuguese, Angola and a few other countries. But mostly you find English or French. But the fact is, we're also looking at the cultural aspect. So what are your thoughts?
So for the language there, when it comes to Africa, there are 1,001 languages.
Yes.
Ghana alone, we are over 100 languages. So to choose a local language or of a sort as a language for Africa, I think it's very impossible. It's not easy to go by that way. But for unity, first of all, it has to be political, because it has to be leadership. It has to be a movement.
Yes.
So you have a political unity, then you can come to economic unity that will bring about the development. When it comes to the culture could still be in there, but it will be as we have it in Ghana. I mean, there are a lot of cultures that are displayed on various occasions and all that. It's still in Ghana, it brings money in.
My question,
stories and all that. But to choose one language per se, because of culture, I think it's highly impossible.
Don't you think that instead of choosing French and English, okay, to be the main languages, okay, for the new Africa that is going to unite, for cultural purpose and cultural identification, to be able to say that we Africans are united and we have a language that is not foreign.